Right. Somebody asked for a doing Deliveroo video, so I shall try and entertain that request. Just off to Five Guys. But I'm going to have to pee, so I'm going to turn this off for a second. Oh, crap. Why isn't that working? I think what I might do is pee in Five Guys. Not actually in the restaurant, but they've got their own toilets. Stay. Sounds like you don't really have an option if it's the group that picks and not you, and I don't really know what to suggest. I'll help you as much as I can, but it looks like you're stuck with it. Oh. Hi, 9032. So all in all, it's been a pretty dramatic week. Whether it be urban terrorists or snow, it's definitely been one to remember. So we got a long old walk from Five Guys back to the bike. It could be worse because most people do what they're told and park by the bike locks because the Oracle doesn't like you parking up against the fence, but I think that's silly. Right. Okay. So I've got myself a new mini projector. I say new, I've never had one before, but I've got myself a new 4K. I don't really know what it means by 4K. It's just a projector. That's the resolution, isn't it? But anyway, it's an Android operating system, but it's also got HDMI in as well as USB in. I'm not entirely sure what that does, but I'm sure I'll work it out eventually. That used to be Jamie's restaurant, you know, that Jamie Oliver bloke. I don't like him. So I'm not at all bothered that his restaurant closed down. We probably actually should have gone the other way. Should we go the other way? Nah, we're committed now. So you go in the opposite direction, it's easier to cross the road, but this way is shorter. And you have to do this half. No worries. And every pedestrian walking through the Oracle is completely oblivious to cyclists, so that's always a downside of cycling through here. I've cycled towards groups where people have been looking at me and still not got out there. They've taken up the whole path and still not got out the bloody way. Right, what we got? Red light. The nice thing about this red light, although other people wouldn't agree to me, is you can see that the pedestrian crossing is still green. So if you're happy to be a little bit cheeky, you can sneaky through. I say cheeky, I mean break the law. Oh, I'm feeling a little bit tired after yesterday's snow shift. But all hands on deck, because I've got to make some money before the end of March. I got £3,000 in my bank, but it's nowhere near enough. I've got all of my expenses have been paid for. Well, I say that, I don't mean that. I mean, all of the expenses of actually arriving have been paid for. That doesn't include food, rent, that type of thing. But my flight, my internal flight, my visa has all been paid for. So that £3,000. Actually, I've got a little bit more than £3,000. But not much more. I'm doing a little bit of bet matching just to make a couple of dollar bill, yo. Just to help matters. Right, I think we're going to the first. Oh my word, we've got a tip. First tip of the day. I just did, didn't I? Into. Thanks. It's alright. I got it. I'm confused.
Hello?
Hi, Deliveroo.
Yeah. Well, my wife is just on the way to home and she's going to meet you at the communal area, okay?
Okay, no problem.
She'll be going over there, alright?
Okay, cheers.
Thank you.
It's not something you hear every day. My wife is going to need you. Although I think he was actually saying I think I misheard him. I think he was saying, my wife has gone to meet you. Nobody's wife has ever needed me before. Huh. Is it over there? I'm confused. It said F. Strange. Entrance to block F. F is over here. Let's keep a lookout for some wife that needs somebody. This is F. Huh? Yep. Oh, that was timing. There you go.
Thank you.
Enjoy the food. Have a good night. There is ice absolutely everywhere today. Since the sun's gone down, just everywhere that was water is now... Oh, sorry. Thanks. Everywhere there was... Well, that doesn't help, does it? Water is now ice, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, camera's pointing down. I wonder how long that's been there for.
And they get 13 more.
I do hope that wasn't pointed down that whole time. That would have been mildly irritating. I'm not going to... It was. I know it. It bloody well was. Cheekaboo. Oh, easy. I'm going to miss the green. But it's okay, we'll do our last trick, I think. Rolling on. Although this light changes quicker than that one. Is it moving? No, they're not moving. That's green. And that's... Oh, that's red. That's green. We're fine. Right, what was that order? Ice. Yeah, I changed my mind. I don't want to work until 9 o'clock. Oh, snotty nose. Who goes there? Hello. Yeah, it's not bad. What time did you start?
Yeah, well, I just started, so
Oh.
I will see how it goes.
Yeah, it'll probably get busier. I think it's a bit quiet at the moment.
Oh, I like your lights. They're very visible.
Yeah, that one's pretty cheap. It was only like, I think it was about £13 on Amazon. It's pretty good because it lasts for bloody ages. It lasts over 12 hours.
Oh, I think I might get one. But someone nicked my like £3 lights.
Really?
I know. I live in central Reading, and there's quite a lot of homeless people around, and they stole my last lights as well. So I think that's the problem.
Do you want to borrow this one for today?
No, I'll be fine. Don't
You sure?
Yeah. I just need to get myself to buy one already.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I always try and keep an emergency one. Have you got a rear light?
I will buy one.
Well, I'll tell you what. Have this one because you can keep this one. I don't use it. No. This is just one of those disposable ones, so it's not really a problem.
Thanks. I can give it back.
No. Don't worry about it. I've got spares. No. This is the one that I got free from Deliveroo, so don't worry about it.
That's so sweet.
Oh, just press and then you can just cycle through it, flash,
Oh, thank you.
however you want.
Nice. Thank you so
No worries. See you later. It's gone a bit dead now. Oh, I say that. No, thank you. Can't. I should have had the GoPro on yesterday in the snow, but as soon as it started snowing I didn't get a chance to go home. I just stayed out and did order after order. Just going to switch this off for a bit. What do you think of my lovely hat? So I forgot to turn the camera back on after I turned it off. You can sod off. I don't like going to auditions. I saw this thing on BBC. It was one of those propaganda or panorama or some Crap. This is the slowest lift in history. It just lifts. About additions being, what do they call it? I can't remember what they call it, but it made it sound really bad. Where a different brand or a different company does, say for instance, just like, I'm not saying that they do this, but say for instance, Yo Sushi, they would give their brand or sell their brand to a company who will manage it at Additions to make Yo Sushi food, selling it under Yo Sushi's name. I thought that was quite interesting. Where are we going? Nah, you're alright. There's lots of ice around. I'm being a bit picky. Then again, I'm always a bit picky, so I can't really say that. Yeah, they made it sound really well. I suppose they would on BBC propaganda panorama, but yeah, it was quite entertaining. They were saying about like hygiene. Oh, somebody had a very nice order. Check that one out. Krispy Kreme to the View Cinema. That's like very close. They were saying about food hygiene. How about there's no way of knowing their food hygiene level because it isn't registered with the local borough as being that restaurant there. But in the end, they looked into it and they said, oh yeah, the food management company's got a 5-star food hygiene rating anyway. It's just like, well, basically what you're doing is admitting there that the entire report is a waste of time. But I think that most of the time Deliveroo gets a bit of a rough deal from the media. They like to get on board with anything which is new to make it look crap, whether it be workers' right. I mean, I'm not sticking up for Deliveroo. A lot of the times they're a pain in the arse, but propaganda news likes to pick on anything it can. Anything that will sell newspapers or get people's attention and talk shit about it. I say sell newspapers. Does anybody buy newspapers? The Guardian, I think it was the Guardian, tried to get me. I clicked on some link because they were the first. They were the first listing. It was like, to read the rest of this article, you must pay some such and such for a subscription. It was like, sod off, I'll just read it somewhere else. Yeah. I don't really like newspapers. I should be more informed, I guess, but I don't know. It's been a funny old day. Oh, that's a good one. It's near my house. But then again, if I took that, I'd probably go home after. You alright, Jojo? Yeah. You missed the best part after you left. No, it was good. It was constructive. We had a talk with the police. Huh?
Did you buy a hot chocolate?
No, I didn't buy a hot chocolate. Bloody hell, she must be cold. She's agreed not to do any more.
She's agreed not to kick you.
Kick anything. I should do that one. Yeah, I'm going to do that one. I might not come back though. I'll see you later. I was going to go onto the path, but there were lots of people, so I thought I'd just roll down the hill on the wrong side of the road. As you do, you know. Bloody hell. The bike locks are a bit popular tonight. This is where I normally lock the bike up. So the question is do I go home after this order or do I come back into town? Thanks. See what I made today so far. That's it. 40 quid almost. I did have an hour's break, I must admit. That's what you get when you're being picky. The less picky you 8079. The less picky you are, the more you tend to make. But it's balancing that with getting too tired to do long shifts. It's all good. It's all good. Cheers. My bag seems to be ripping a bit there. That's not good. That's where I carry it by. I think that dude was like, why are you talking to yourself, buddy? Don't know why he's doing that. It'd be a lot easier just to lock it up here. Number 10. Which one is it? Second one. Alright, we'll go through the station. Which way? Let's go straight down here. Why would the pound shop need a security guard, I wonder?
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Oh, we're facing down again. Sorry, guys. I haven't done this for a while and I'm a bit forgetful. We either go downhill, go back uphill to get to where we're going, or we can walk down some stairs. And normally I plan my routes around avoiding going uphill, I'm not going to lie. but hopefully we can carry some speed round the corner. When I say hill, it's more like a slope. See me? Yeah, we're not going to carry any speed. Although, ta-da! See that ice? Oh, running over ice is a little bit scary.
Put your name on it.
I don't know why my bike is making a funny noise. It's probably... oh my... Taking right turns on ice is not a good idea. Taking left turns on ice isn't a very good idea, but you get my point. Jesus, is she not cold? Bloody hell. Is it me, or do people just not feel cold like I feel cold? I'm wearing 3 layers, one of which is thermal, and then a hoodie on top. And I'm wearing arm warmers because one of my t-shirts is only short sleeve. I've got a hat on, I've got a snood on. And she was just wearing a shirt and a jumper. This is a side road, so it could be icy. Keep off the sparkly stuff. I think it's over here somewhere. Hello there.
Right.
There you go. Enjoy the food. Have a good night.
You too.
She was a nice lady. She gave me a little tip. Got a squid. Hello. No. No. Number 10. That was strange. You both ordered. There we go. What can I say? Lots of people order out. You have 2 houses next to each other. I just delivered to number 10 and you're delivering to 12.
Yeah. Where did you deliver from?
Huh?
Where did you deliver from?
Burger King.
Honest burger.
Burgers all round. Did you get a tip? Oh, my one gave me a tip. There you go. My lady was nicer. Look at that ice. Jesus Christ. That's an accident waiting to happen. I think, since I just got a tip and I'm feeling in a relatively good mood, I might just mosey on back into town for a little bit. I'm only working for another hour, and because I had a break, I had some food. I had some sandwiches, so I'm not actually starving. I'm actually alright. And I'm not that cold. Actually, I'm not cold at all. I'm dressed appropriately today. I wonder if we can squidge across the road before it changes. Ta-da! Wow, I'm on almost 45. It would be really nice if I could make over 50. I would appreciate that. It's not a great deal of money, but I do try and set that as my minimum amount for a day. Please don't run me over. Oh, that one I can't say no to. Burger King again. Let's go. Try not to die on the ice. 2 more orders and I'll be happy. I can go home knowing that, I don't know, some bullshit, blah blah blah. I had a bit of a funny, was it yesterday? I can't remember if it was yesterday. I was riding up by Prep, and some old dear said, "Don't stop in here." And I said, "Actually," and she carried on walking, and I said, "Do you mind?" And she stopped. And I said, "Actually, the non-cycling bit, or the pedestrian-only bit, is from that sign, about 100 metres that way. Especially for somebody who rides respectfully." She's like, then she started to complain about people that ride too close to her or something. I was like, well, and she was like, "Oh, okay. Sod off." Trying to take your snide little digs at me for not doing anything wrong. I do plenty of things wrong, but that wasn't one of them. God, I hope there's no ice here. Pedal, Creek, pedal. Cheers. I can't remember where we're going, I just remember it wasn't bad. Right, 40. A very small part of me will actually miss this place and doing Deliveroo. I mean, I might always come back next year and do a little bit, but it seems like every time I come back I get into a rhythm, and by the time I'm in the rhythm and I'm making reasonable money and I'm relatively happy, I've built my stamina back up, and I start off again. But still, I can't stay in one place too long or I'll go crazy. And also, this cold is just killing me. I like to snuggle with a blanket at night, because of course in Thailand, unless you have the AC on, you don't really need a blanket. And I do like getting all cozy underneath a blanket. But that's about all I like from the cold weather. Snow's fun for about half an hour and then it just pisses everyone off. As soon as you've had your first snowball fight and you realise that your hands have gone numb and they're excruciatingly painful, or you've done your first snow angel and realise that you only did it because perhaps you've drunk a little bit too much, or you've even taken the time to build a snowman and then some dickhead knocks it over. As soon as you've done one of those three things, then it's all downhill. Jojo! Have we overshot? No, we haven't. I thought I overshot. I mean, I know the heat can be annoying, but to be honest with you, I mean, I'm good up to about 35 degrees. After at 35 degrees, I get this a bit too hot. But if you stay in the shade, you're not too bad, especially on a motorbike. You're fine. You just stay cool. Alright, I've got to see what side I'm on. Finding a house number. Oh, we're on the right. I really wish they would make house numbers a bit more visible. Should be around here somewhere. For reals. I'm going to go down there. I mean, I don't even know how to get there. Alright. Going into the dungeon. Hello. Burger King. There you go. Enjoy the food. Have a good night.
Cheers.
Right, one more delivery and I'll be happy. Just pass that down, couldn't I? Right, I'm up to 44.77. Oh, maybe I need to do more than two to, unless I get a tip. I need to do more than one to get my 50 quid. This is one way, but I'm sure nobody will care. So I decided, I think yesterday or the day before, what the theme tune should be to working for Deliveroo. And I've decided it should be, I can't remember who bloody well sung the song. I don't know if it was AC/DC? No, it can't be AC/DC. I'm going to have to Google it anyway, won't I? But if I say it, you're going to laugh now because I don't know who bloody sings it. It's not Iron Maiden. It's one of those classic type rock ribbons, right? I'm going to Google this before I tell you because probably not best good idea to Google it while cycling on the main road. The Rolling Stones, why couldn't I remember that? You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Well, if I play this song, it's going to get rid of the, what do you call it, monetization. But, oh, I can play it in my headphones, can't I? Go on then. Play me out, Rolling Stones. I don't want the live version. I don't like them. Unless you're actually there, I don't really like live music. Not recorded, it's just not the same. In his hand or her hand. Connection. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. Just get what you want. But if you try sometimes, find you get what you need. Alright, that's enough from you. My singing's pretty bad. There is no danger of copyright claims from that. Maybe I should just go home if it's going to be quiet. Nah, we'll hang about for a little while longer.
My weight was 99 kg. Now I'm 76. Look at this, guys.
Maybe we go for a little ride down to the Oracle and then back round again. I think we do that. Ow! That was my bike saying ow, not me. I mean, sometimes it's nice to be social, but if there's a large group of people, then it doesn't work very well for getting orders. You're better off being in a separate area. Like our old hangout at the Riverside, it's quite good sometimes if there's a lot of people outside KFC, because you've got Mission Burrito, which is quite a quick one. Five Guys can be reasonably quick depending on how busy they are. Walk to Wok is reasonably quick depending on how many. Although one thing I've noticed about that place is they've only got 2 people cooking, 2 people on the stir fries, and they cook everything fresh. So if there's a queue, basically you're buggered, because it takes them at least 5 minutes to do one dish, because they got to cook the noodles and the egg and the meat and whatever crap they put in there. I mean, it looks pretty good, but unless you're the first or second one in the queue, then you're buggered. And there's nothing they can do about it. I mean, it's not their fault. They've only got 2 woks. See, we come down here, and I mean, I'm not going to do it, but we get an order straight away. See, one dude over there hanging around. That's 3 people I've seen so far. 3 Deliverooers. No one here. Maybe we'll stay here for a little while, and if nothing comes up, then we'll just go home. Maybe I'll turn the camera off. So that's not much point in just listening to me, is there? So I don't know if you guys are abreast of the bike kicker situation. She's been watching all my videos, and I said that I wouldn't. I didn't say I wouldn't talk about it. I said I would wouldn't leave the videos up as they were, and I've dealt with that, but I suppose I can talk about it. So there's a woman going around, and I say woman, she's probably got a slightly younger mental age, going around Reading kicking mostly inanimate objects, bikes, motorbikes, buses, vans, signs. As far as I know, she's never hit a person. But anyway, she's been doing it for months now, and how cool is that? He's got a bell, but it's attached to his brake cable. That is so cool. I want one. Oh my god, that is the coolest bell ever. I'm going to take a picture of that. So cool. I'm going to do it again. That's cool. Anyway, so I tried to talk to her, and she wasn't talking to me. So I recorded her kicking bikes, and I don't know how, but she managed to find the video on YouTube. God knows how. I mean, who Googles the Reading bus bike kicker? I don't know if she was doing it for attention or what, but literally the day after I posted it, she was right on it, and I don't even know how she knew it was up there. But anyway, she went off and won, and was like threatening to ruin our life. When I say our, I mean Deliveroo workers' lives unless I took the video down, and I don't really like to be threatened. So it's actually quite a long story. But in the end, there was some PCSOs, and she had been reported to the police several times today. And she was hanging around. I think she was waiting for me. So I got her to talk to me in front of the PCOs and said, look, I'll take the video down, but you must promise not to do this. I mean, bikes, buses, motorbikes, everything. If I hear about you doing it again, then I'll definitely put the video straight back up. And she's agreed to that in front of the police. So now... hopefully she won't hang around Reading Town Centre, but hopefully it just kind of goes away. Oh, it's my buddy. You alright? You got one? Nah, I rejected one a minute ago. But. Yeah.
I saw that girl that was kicking bikes.
Yeah, I think it's all
She's
been...
young there. She's quite young.
I don't know, she must be in her 20s, I reckon. It's quite difficult. Hang on, let me turn this off. Right, someone came off their bike just round the corner from where I live. They, Glosport Road, there was no grit on the road, which is surprising because it's actually a main road, but I don't know. He's gashed his leg up pretty bad. So I'm not making this crap up. I genuinely mean take it easy with the ice. When I'm going really slowly around the corners, it's for a very good reason. Getting injured is the last thing I need. Well, the last thing I need is probably nuclear war, but it's close up there, you know what I mean. Chocolate cake. Mate boy in a taxi is doing Deliveroo. Why not? He's waiting for his drops and what have you. I can't think of a good reason not to do it, apart from the fact it's taking money away from us, but someone's always going to do that, so it doesn't really matter. 727. Hello. 7127. Alright, I'll just wait outside, alright? You can't always get... Oh, it's just one more. I didn't realise. Just one more order and then I can go home. Happy days. Thought I'd do another one. Oh, it looks like my battery's about to die, so I'm going to turn this off. Right, just got a collection from Pizza Express. Just going to do this one and then I'm off home. I've already done my 50 quid, but This one's on my way home, so I thought I'd do it. Come on, little bike, get into gear, please. How far have I cycled today? Not far, I don't think. Only 30 kilometres, 31.4. I guess that's pretty standard. I think Sunday. Was it Sunday? What day is it today? Today's Tuesday. Yeah, Sunday I did 30 kilometres, and that was over a shorter period of time. Never mind. You know, it's really strange. Necessity is definitely a motivator, because I've been a bit down about Deliveroo of late. Just a bit fed up with the cold and rain and being not as busy over Christmas. Not particularly busy. It's kind of got me down a bit, but I don't know why. I've been in the zone this week, and the tail end of last week, just kind of shutting off any grumpiness and just getting on with it. It's good. Maybe it's a realisation that I'm going in 2 months. It's just kind of a bit like 4 months not earning as much money as I should, and then it's going to be the last 2 months of going, oh shit. Necessity is definitely a motivator. Wow, it's the mother of invention. Oh, it is getting bloody cold. My arse is numb. Right, I think I'm going to park here. It's always nice when the last one's on the top bloody floor of a building. Although I can't complain that much because it's a nice delivery. They do have a lift here, but it's a crappy one. Hi, Deliveroo. Should we be lazy and get the lift? I wonder how long it will take. Let's get the lift. I'm not in the mood to go up 5 flights of stairs. No, it's not. It better not be going down. Yes, thank you. low. I know the battery's low. These roll top bags are not good for pizza. Oh, 12.50. Oh, hi. Right, got the polenta chips and whatever that is, and the pizza. There you go.
Thank you.
Enjoy the food. Have a good night. For a food delivery bag, these bags are not great for the larger pizzas. Oh, I wouldn't say no to a bit of pizza right now. Num 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 num. Right, I'm gonna go home, have some dinner, have a shower, go to bed, and same again tomorrow. Right, take it easy, guys.